In the center of the city, there is a massive show of military power in Tiananmen Square, and a not quite so massive show of the Chinese people's resistance and resentment. The crowds are still in the square, glaring at the military, chanting now and then and moving on. Life must go on in Beijing, and in a city where shortage is now the rule, the Chinese people must line up for food, for the necessities of life that were taken for granted till the rebellion got serious a month or so ago. The future is what is worrisome, and most foreigners in Beijing are trying now to get out. There are about 1,000 Americans in China. Many of them are students, and the State Department has urged them to get out and get home.
Hello? This is American Embassy? Yes, I can't hear you. Your voice is very faint. I'm calling from Beijing University. I'd like to... What is going on with the American students? Are you going to be getting us out or what? We were expecting you yesterday afternoon, but nobody ever came.
If Beijing is dangerous and chaotic now, it is as nothing compared to the danger and chaos of civil war, which in China is no longer unthinkable, because the reports persist that one Chinese army opposed to the violence is ready to attack the army that came to Beijing and killed over the weekend. If that were to happen, civil war would be that much closer. There are reports that some units have already begun to attack other units, but those reports are not yet confirmed. Chinese television does confirm the violence of the weekend with scenes like this one, video used by the government to explain why the army attacked the people, the protesters whom the government calls thugs. Students here are throwing rocks at an army truck. The driver tries to hide under the dashboard, as you'll see in a moment. But the crowd keeps at him. The video does not tell us if the crowd killed the soldier with their stones, nor does it tell us why specifically they began throwing those stones. A great many Americans find themselves, or found themselves, I should say, in the wrong place at the wrong time when chaos came to China. They are now trying to come back home, and one plane load of them is expected very shortly at Kennedy Airport. David Navarro is there. David?
Bill, a United Airlines flight believed to be carrying American passengers from Beijing is scheduled to arrive here at any moment. Surrounding us, we've got several family members who are anxious for that to happen, as many Americans who are shocked by what they saw in Beijing pull out and come home. Friends and relatives of Americans traveling in China are anxiously awaiting their return as violence continues to escalate in the troubled city of Beijing. Depending on who you talk to, the exodus out of China has been without incident or on the verge of panic. Some reports have Beijing Airlines offices flooded with people seeking scarce tickets to escape, while United Airlines, the only U.S. carrier to China, told us today a flight left Beijing yesterday with seats still unoccupied. Marjorie Leopold is worried about the safety of her American friends in China after hearing the fear in their voices 24 hours ago. But the State Department assured her late this afternoon that travel to the airport is relatively safe.
The streets from the hotel to the airport, they said, do not have military transports on them.
Officially, the State Department is advising travelers to defer going to China until further notice, and advising Americans still in Beijing to stay indoors or to leave the country as soon as possible. Miss Leopold's friends are now at Beijing Airport awaiting a flight, but she believes the State Department's efforts are late in coming.
I think that they were definitely trying to keep the lid on. They were trying to placate people who had friends and relatives there by saying that we at this time don't feel it's necessary for us to take affirmative steps to evacuate people.
With me now are one anxious family from Livingston, New Jersey, whose daughter has been studying abroad since September. They are the Hart family, and tell me, sir, if you will, what you're expecting in this emotional reunion here. What did she say when you last spoke to her?
She said, I'm glad that I'm out of Beijing. I'm sorry to go, but I'm certainly happy to come home.
Your reaction, if you will.
Relief. Great relief that she was safe now. She always felt that she was safe in China, but we didn't believe it. Now I know she's safe.
Thank you very much. We'll bring this emotional reunion back to you tonight at 11 o'clock. Reporting live from JFK, David Navarro, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, David, and to sum up, Chinese troops continue to roam through Beijing, shooting now and then. The police are seen there to beat and shoot passers-by, and a spokesman for the government says the Chinese government does not fear the condemnation with which so many countries have reacted to their crackdown on the people demanding democracy. The rebellion is said to have spread to other cities in China outside Beijing, and the worry grows that China is heading towards civil war. With all this chaos, danger, and confusion, many countries, including the United States, have told their nationals...